Hello, 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 and welcome to the Random Talks where we speak of everything and nothing at the same damn time. So she went on a little mental break, mental health, vacation, hiatus thing, whatever you want to call it. The gag is the girl has been living a little bit too much, and it was a little hard for me to get in front of the camera and do my job. But I'm in front of the camera and I'm doing my job. Make sure I'm doing it right. Because somebody was like, girl, you doing it wrong. Is it two fingers or is it one? I do want to say, first of all, thank you so much for 50,000 subscribers. I'll be honest with you. I was picking up a nasty, dusty, crusty patio set that I plan on like refurbishing and putting in my patio. Y'all will see it eventually. But I was picking up that little set. And then I got a notification from YouTube and I was like, oh, it's like when your boss emails you, you get nervous. So I looked, I said, oh my God, what happened? It said 50,000 subscribers. Like, yeah, Tab, that's a really big achievement for your channel. I'm not really sure what to do to celebrate this. If you guys do have any recommendations, just comment them down below. I'm not baking a cake because I baked it for 40,000. So I was like, nah, I got to switch it up, do something nice. You know what I mean? Do something fresh. And now I was like, oh, you can't do a giveaway because you broke. I said, well, damn. Well, what can we do? Whoop-de-fucking-do. What do? We got to do something. So if you guys have any recommendations, comment them down below. If not, I'll just probably brainstorm and then you guys will see something. Or y'all will see something. It'll be content related, if anything. So don't worry about that. But let's get into my first segment, shit I found on the internet. Now, I literally found this one on the internet today. I switched it up and actually found something on the internet and didn't brainstorm and then look it up and see that people were already talking about it, which is what I've kind of done for whatever. So I see this woman and this man dancing on Instagram, doing Instagram stuff. And then they kiss and I said, oh, okay, he looked a little fruit. I was like, okay, because I like mine like that too. So now I go to the comments and somebody's like, he's not gay. And I said, ooh. I was listening by the second comment because this person said, welcome to queer baiting. And I said, huh? They said, I just unfollowed real quick. I said, huh? Then someone else replied, you don't know what bisexual or fluid is? And that person commented again, not the entire comment section, thinking in binaries. Y'all, the entire LGBTQ plus spectrum exists outside of gay and straight. And I said, well, this shouldn't be any new news. Like, you should know it's a spectrum, especially if you're on the spectrum. Like, I just find that it's troubling at some point. I would say stay in school, but according to history in America, we don't even fucking exist. So I can't even say stay in school because they don't teach you that in school. Then I started brainstorming, right? This is when I started brainstorming. I said, you know what? This isn't the first time that I've seen people react this way based on a man being not only feminine or feminine leaning, feminine presenting, etc., and then being like, oh, you queer baited or you're queer fishing. I said, this is a topic that needs to be brought up. And guess who's bringing it up? Let's first get into the definition of queer baiting. Queer baiting is a marketing technique for fiction and entertainment in which creators hint at but do not depict same-sex romance or other LGBTQ plus. Gosh, that always gets me. Representation. I took to Papa Reddit and I said, Papa Reddit, do you have something for me to eat, sir? And Papa Reddit said, here, bitch. This person asked, queer baiting. Are some accusations actually biphobic/erasure? That is my main concern because, again, I understand that there are some people that genuinely do queer bait, but why are people in our community seeing someone that just may be sexually fucking fluid and automatically categorize them on one side or the other side of the spectrum? I said, this is odd. It's bigotry. And it's biphobic if we're being fucking for real. And I know some people might, oh, I can't be biphobic, I'm gay. That don't mean shit. Again, I've spoken about bisexual women before on the podcast. It was a while ago. It was a while ago, but I still spoke about it and how like there's bi-erasure because yes, there are a lot of bi women that end up dating men or end up with men, but that's because look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. That's like me going to one gym consistently and then all of a sudden one day I switched to another gym, but I still got both memberships. Just because I went to this gym, I still have both memberships. I can still go to the other gym if I want to, but I'm going to this one right now. That don't mean because I went to this gym, I got to stop going to that gym. It doesn't make any sense. You see how that sounds? Bitch, this is my memberships. The fuck? I wanted to explain that in the best way possible, and that's what I landed on. Why do some lesbians and gay men hate bisexuals so much? Honestly confused after a tense queer meetup. Obviously, this doesn't apply to all lesbians and not all gay men. But tonight I went to my first queer meetup after coming out. It was fine and friendly. Until it suddenly wasn't. One gay man at the table came out suddenly with, you know who I don't get? It's the bi women. Like, what are they all about? Girl, I would have made up my face so quick. I think I smell a hating hoe in here. What'd you say, bitch? I said I think I smell a hating ass dusty bitch. Sorry, that's doing too much. It's the kombucha. I had kombucha and I'm all cleaned up and now I think I'm just better than everybody. I don't give a fuck. TMI, but when you constipated, you finally shit, bitch, you think you is the shit. Then a lesbian woman at the table chimed in vehemently about how much she fucking hated bi women and how they triggered her so much. The two of them went back and forth for a few minutes, then the conversation at the table moved on, but I was so taken aback. This happened in the middle of a conversation where each group, gay men, lesbian women, say how they felt that the other group had the harder time. Then they agreed that trans women had it the hardest. Then the hate on bi women began. 1. I thought everyone at this meetup knew that I was bi already, but even if not, no one even stopped to check. They all knew each other and I was a new girl. I would have expected someone to ask. 2. The way it was brought up seemed to imply that it was accepted knowledge. Well, and the fact that no one else stepped in to intervene. Not even me, because I was so blindsided and I'm a socially anxious person who hates conflict. I was more terrified that someone was going to turn to me and I'd suddenly have to defend all bi women while having been out for like a month at best. 3. It wasn't like I didn't see this coming. I already knew from the subreddit that bi hate is real. I guess I was so surprised it happened to me on literally my first interaction as an out queer. Like, maybe I could have felt accepted and welcomed for a little bit longer than an hour? Ooh. So why? Why bi women specifically, and why after so much obvious difficulty and otherness that the queer community faces as a whole, would anyone turn around and ostracize part of that group? I'm pretty sure that part of the answer is that human beings and masses are shitty. But I'm curious what other reasons there could be. This person was talking about biphobia to bi women, but I feel like this also applies to biphobia to bi men. I'm not the gay queen. I don't know everything. I'm a gay queen, but I'm not the gay queen. So I don't know everything about being gay. I don't know everybody that's gay. I don't. That's, you know what? Off topic, on topic. I recently acquired a straight male friend. I know, it's like, what? I'm studying them. I didn't have enough straight male friends because all my friends were either queer women, queer men. That's just the circle, girl. So I'm out with this friend and he ends up making another friend. He said, you know her? You know her. You know, why would I not? Why would I know her? Why would I know? Cause y'all, what you mean by that? You thought that all gay people know each other? No. You know what? The queer community in Miami is quite small. But it's like, you think because I'm gay, you think all gay people know each other? Like, be for real. He said, I didn't know, I'm just trying to be inclusive. I just wanted to, you know what, nigga, you trying. I'll give you that, okay? I like to call moments like that straight ignorance, you know? You know how people be like, oh, ignorance is bliss. I like to call that straight ignorance because you're trying. You're trying. I know that your intentions weren't bad, but... Someone replied to this comment saying the biphobia tends to have the same talking points regardless of gender. See? If they specify the gender, it's either misogyny or misandry cherry on top. Another person replied, honestly, it just feels like flat out bigotry with extra steps. I've been told by gay people before that I, a bi man, should be thankful to them for paving the way for people like me. Like, I haven't had my own experiences with a world that is stupidly afraid of non-conformative sexual orientations, shaking my head. It's like the gays and straights have this weird version of a martyr fetish that is all about their monosexual lifestyles being threatened by multisexual people's very existence. Ooh. I mean, I can accept that if they feel that multisexual capable folks aren't for them, because the simple rebuttal for me is to avoid those kind of self-limiting people. But to essentially bust out the torches and pitchforks whenever someone doesn't fit into one of their little fucking boxes they keep shoving into the farthest end of the spectrum, snapping, ho! That is unacceptable behavior and should not be tolerated by the people that are supposedly included as a part of an already famously marginalized group. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to be very careful with what I say, but y'all know I have this problem where I just say what the fuck I want. And what I want to say right now is again, I hate to keep saying it's not fucking clicking, but it's not clicking. Like, I don't understand. For the straights and queers that don't understand bisexuality, which I'm pansexual, so I could really give a fuck what you think, but this is for the bis. The only difference between you and them, or you and I, We like to eat coochie and maybe suck a little dick. Not maybe, and do. So that's the difference. I know some people might not understand that, or they do understand that, and there's bi-erasure, but I don't understand how there's bi-erasure in 2025, especially from, again, the queer community. It don't make no sense. How are you queer hating on other queer people and essentially erasing them because they're sexually fluid? It's just another example of people in a community placing themselves on a pedestal, yet they're not understanding. You're still here, babe. You're still here. It doesn't make sense. Like that placing yourself on a pedestal. I'm gayer than you, so I can call you whatever the fuck I want. It's just odd to me to throw stones from the glass house that we're both standing in. Bitch, that's not glass. That's a mirror. Some people might understand that. Some people might not. It's all right. It's a controversial take for a reason. This person replied specifically to the comment that said, I've been told by gay people before that I, a bi man, should be thankful to them for paving the way for people like me. They said, not only are they bigoted assholes, they're flat out wrong. Brenda Howard, a bisexual activist, was the first to organize actual pride marches in the U.S., coordinating the Christopher Street Liberation Day March on the anniversary of the first Stonewall riot. These became an annual tradition, evolving into the pride we have now. Because of this, she is often known as the Mother of Pride. Ooh. So I hope these assholes also thanked you and your fellow bisexual activist elders for paving the way for them to enjoy pride. Ooh. This comment is why, even though I do struggle with social anxiety, it's getting better every day, I think. I'm not going to say it's getting better every day, period, because I honestly don't know. I am unsure. But I think it's getting better every day. But I will tell you this. What I was afraid to do before is speak up, especially for when it comes to me and my community. Now, you can't say nothing like that. Again, I do pick my fights, though. I pick my battles. In a space like this, though, it doesn't matter if they're talking about bisexuals, gay men, lesbian women. I would speak up simply because, one, I'm a part of the queer community. But also, two, they were talking shit and way too comfortably. I would need to say something simply to give them a reality check and bring them down to earth. So for the people out there that are struggling with social anxiety and then also speaking up for themselves, girl, if you could try and do anything, I would advise speaking up for you, your community, your space, and for others. That has given me the confidence to speak in spaces in general, but also has given me the confidence in who I am as a person. So if I had to give y'all any advice for the people that's too shy to say something, or you in your head, bitch, say something, what they gonna do? Beat you? And if they beat you, you better know how to fight, bitch. You don't know how to fight? We in America. Well, not us. You probably in the UK. My main viewers are in Canada, US, and the UK. Well, whatever. It don't matter. If you could defend yourself, defend yourself. But if you need to walk away, always walk away, bitch. I don't fight. I throw bleach on hoes. A real diva would not put herself in a situation to mess up her hair, nails, and outfit. So if you want to fight me, I'll be like, okay, we could fight, but girl, she ain't no diva. I do have one more topic from netizens that also came up, and this is why gay guys are so against being in relationships with bi guys. This is a bit different than, oh, I see a bi man, I'm being biphobe. Well, I mean, is it though? Because it's like, I don't know. Let's read. Am I the only one who doesn't give a fuck? LOL. For me personally, it seems like an apprehension motivated by insecurity. I am hella insecure about many things. Like being cheated on because someone feels like I'm not enough is one of those. But what I don't get is why this is a bisexuality specific issue. Ooh, who are these people getting so dogged on by these bi guys that they can't let it go? Like, I'm so curious. I think a lot of the time, the guys who've been in these type of relationships were in them with guys who themselves were already pretty insecure about their own sexuality to begin with. Y'all know the flip-flopping. It was a phase. I was curious. I'm not actually gay. Ooh, woo, woo, woo. You know, I'm not gonna put nobody's business out there, whatever. No, I can't be with you because I want to settle down and have a family. Oh my gosh. I've literally seen this happen before my eyes. So I'm like, so now I feel as if this is not a one-person issue. Goddamn. I can't look at these certain scenarios and come to any other conclusion than to think that it's kind of a personal problem. A personal problem that has fuck all to do with bisexual guys as a whole and more to do with naivety. Never try to commit to a closet case, period. Be them actually gay or bi or not. It's fucked up that some guys have to go through this type of shit, but you're not obligated to fix them. You're not obligated to fix them. If they ain't gay, leave them alone. I don't want to be with someone that is not fully confident in who they are, especially if we are in a space where they can be, they just choose not to be. Bitch, I'm not hiding around with you. I'm not sneaking around with you, bitch. This person replied, it's not insecurity as so much as it is the harsh reality that same-sex relationships have more hardship than straight relationships. Our right to marry is constantly being challenged or outright banned. Having children is either extremely expensive, extremely difficult, and or outright illegal. Buying a house as a same-sex couple or even going to a restaurant as a same-sex couple is fraught with issues that straight couples don't even think about. Bisexuals are aware of this and is part of the reason that 80% of bisexual men in the US are not married to women, whether they like to admit it or not. The recent 2022 census showed that even in a liberal city like DC or New York City, the overwhelming number of married bisexual men, even Gen Z/millennials, are married to women instead of men. And that's just America. In less privileged countries, let's say the number of bisexual men married to women is closer to 100%. Bisexual men marry a woman and play with men on the side to scratch their itch. Ew. Gay men have to overcome their own internal homophobia and dispel the brainwashing of heteronormativity from their brain to be happy and healthy. Bisexual men usually don't. This person said, or maybe bisexual men are more likely to marry a straight woman because there are a lot more straight women than there are gay men. It's simple math. As a bi man, if it weren't for Grindr, I would have met a total of maybe 10 to 20 openly gay men in my entire life. I've met thousands of straight women. The odds are very clear in favor of me marrying a straight woman. See, I was listening until they mentioned Grindr because I feel like if you just go outside, depending on where you are, I seen this, off topic, on topic. I seen this post on Instagram where this person was like, oh, I want to know more straight, like openly gay people, and they put a location in Atlanta was like literally probably 20 minutes away. And the comments was like, girl, go outside, walk down the street. Take a look outside. Did you open your window? And I think that's so funny. Again, mathematically, there are going to be more bi men in straight marriages because straight marriage has existed forever and gay marriage has existed for a decade. It's simple math. I feel like I read the same thing or something similar when I was speaking on bi women dating mostly men. And now I'm thinking, yeah, if you go to the comments of that video, I'll probably put it here. Please remember to put this here, Kyra. Editing Kyra. Please remember to put that here because now I'm a little stupid in front of these folks. But if you go here, I'm pretty sure in the comment sections of this video, there is a lot of bi women that speak on being bi and the lack of bi women or lack of women that like women and them going to straight men because the material. And now I'm noticing that this is just something that bi people face. I don't know. I just feel like these are issues that need to be spoken on more in the community. Again, my personal biggest issue is the biphobia. You can comment down whatever you fucking want regarding this topic. Again, it'll never click for me how queer people can strip queerness from other queers. It just don't make sense. Again, maybe I'm just being close-minded. You don't have to agree with everything I say. This is my channel, bitch. If you don't like it, get off. Let's get into my next segment, latest obsession, where I speak about what I'm obsessed with. For music, the first song I have here is Why by Carly Simon. Second song I have here is Blackout Days by Fantogram, which, listen to the song. You know the song. I forgot the name and it took me like, how long? I think I was looking for it for at least 2 weeks. I was singing it. I'm like, y'all know the song. And I said, and stay way, y'all. Like, it's hard for me to put that into Google and be like, and stay away, y'all. Like, it's hard. Last song I have here is How Was It For You by Snowy White. They don't sound similar, but this song kind of reminds me of She by Harry Styles simply because of that solo guitar. This song is more guitar solo than there is singing, which I personally feel like is sexy. So this is my when I'm feeling sexy, when I'm feeling, I don't even know. I'm trying to give y'all something. It's giving. That's all I gotta say. It's giving. I don't know how to pronounce this. For anime, I have here Golden Kamuy. In the early 20th century of Hokkaido, Japan, a treasure hunt between various parties takes place for a hidden stash of gold. The main reason I wanted to watch this, because if you hear the description, it's like, all right, that sound like, all right, what could it be? Like, surprise me type shit. I seen this meme on Instagram and there's this man in the bed. And he looked like he just woke up and they're like, oh, you have a guest. And this man started walking. He was like, who is that? And then he just kept walking and he was like, guys, no, who is that? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? And he said, I'm scared. And then they pushed this nigga out the way and was like, what the fuck? No, this guy. And I was like, wait, that was hilarious. Because why did y'all not help him? He was asking who the fuck that was the whole time. Y'all only helped after he said, I'm scared. And it was funny to me. So hopefully I find the meme. Because now I sound like when you're trying to explain a meme to your friend and the friend don't know the meme. And now you just look stupid and you're going to look for me. You can't find it. I feel like that's what I sound like right now. So I'm just, whatever. I haven't mentioned this to you guys, but I'm doing this little series where I watch and review really popular media. And this one got me. I said, you know what? It's just like Sex in the City, girl. I see why this is popular. Scandal. Girl. Olivia Pope, a former media consultant to the president, is ready to move on with her life and opens up her own crisis management firm. But she can't seem to shake ties with her past. As she moves forward, it becomes clear that while her staffers may specialize in cleaning up the lives of other people, they can't seem to do the same for themselves. It's not Sex in the City drama where things just come up and I'm looking at the character saying, Carrie, you need fucking help. The bitch went to therapy once and was like, you know what? I don't need it, and walked out. Like, you need to stay there, bitch. Carrie's decision making was not unprecedented. Like, we knew she was going to fuck up somehow. We knew if she had something good, she was going to fuck it up somehow. A lot of us live a life where we know the decisions we should make, but we don't make it because we crave the drama. We crave the chaos. That's how Sex and the City was. This one was just, oh, bitch, you in a pickle. And you need to figure it out. And she always figures it out. But if she doesn't, she's fucked. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. And that's all we have for segment 2. So we're going to get into my favorite segment, segment 3, Pillow Talk, where I speak on listener stories and confessions. This kind listener said, hey, I'm a 21-year-old woman and I recently got back together with my boyfriend of 3 years. We originally broke up because we wanted different things in life. In parentheses, I don't want kids and he leans more towards wanting them. Oh, all right, I'm gonna keep reading. So technically, I broke up with him because I felt like it was the right choice. During our time apart, 2 months, I kept thinking about whether I made the right choice or not. We got back together nearly a month ago, and although I know he might not be my forever, but I'm not ready to let him go yet, and it seems that he feels the same way. We both know what we want in life, although we might end up broken up again down the line. I don't regret this decision. I'm happy with him right now, and I'm happy we're working it out. Am I crazy or stupid for thinking that way? Regardless, I don't care as long as nothing negative comes out of this, and I won't regret it. By the way, I love your videos. I found you this year, and I've literally binged all your videos. You're one of my favorite podcasters. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying my content. You know what I'm about to say. Okay. It feels good in the moment, but you know it won't feel good later. Why prolong the hurt? I don't like getting up and going to the motherfucking gym. All right. I actually hate going to the gym most of the time. I have to move my body and stretch my body and hold things. And girl, I just be wanting to stay home and lay down. But then again, I want my body tea. So what must I do? I must go through the storm. I must go through the storm to get the calm. Okay, I get my big ass up. I go to the gym. You know, sometimes I do be excited to go to the gym, so I take that back. But that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is like, it feels good now, and it's going to feel good for a while, for however long y'all stay together. But when that conversation comes back up 3, 4, 5 times, you said, what the fuck? I thought you were over that. He's never, or if it never comes back up, I just want you to know you're going to be the reason why he doesn't have kids, and he's going to remind you of that every day. What? Imagine in 40 years, this man has reminded you every day, I don't have any kids because of you. You're going to see a little booger-nosed kid running around and be like, that could have been my kid. My kid would have been 16 by now. You're 21, you know what you're doing. But it's the fact that you know what you're doing that I'm curious on why you're doing it. Is it worth it? Like, is it actually worth it? I know you're saying it's worth it, but is it really worth it? It just seems as if it will get to a point where 1, you guys don't have any kids and you're blamed for it every day. 2, an accident happens and you're stuck with a kid that you never fucking wanted. And that just sounds like hell in itself. Or 3, you gaslight yourself into saying, you know what? I do want kids. No, you don't. You want kids because he want kids. And don't say that doesn't happen, because it does. One thing I have taken from Sex in the City, Samantha never put her own self-love to the side to uplift another person. Male, female, it don't matter. She never put her self-love and her desire in life aside for someone else. And that's the one thing I took away from Sex and the City. If I took away anything, it was just that. Never do it. Girl, we young. We are young. You're young. This person said, hey, Kyra, hope you're having a good day because I'm about to ruin it. Oh. And then this bitch put a smiley face. So I'm walking into the living room, ready to chow down on my Sunday dinner. My mom is sat at the table video calling somebody. I look over because I'm curious and I want to see who she's talking to. I see penis on the screen, cock, and full HD. Mind you, she's eating Sunday dinner and gleefully chatting with this man. Mind you, he had to use 3 fingers to stroke himself off because it wasn't big enough for his whole hand. Mind you, she didn't even turn her brightness down or angle the phone away from the room. Nothing. This isn't even the first time this has happened. This has happened multiple times to my poor, sweet little sister, and my mom has done nothing to change her ways. This is basically my side note because I don't want to live no more. Mommy, you and your man will burn in hell for this. Love you, girl. Mwah. I'll see you in heaven. I hope that last part was a joke because now I'm a little concerned. Your mama knows she ain't got to be freaked out like that. Your mama knows she ain't got to be freaked out like that. Here's the thing. It would be different if you walked in her room and was like, what you doing, mom? Because mind your business. The fuck? Get the fuck. Did you knock? Get the fuck. But you just watching. I want to laugh, but your mom low-key weird for that. So I can't even laugh. I'm kind of uncomfortable right now. Yeah, you ruined it. You didn't ruin my day, but I think you might have a serious case on your hands. Your mom is a bit weird. Your mom is weird for that. Not a bit. She's weird. Yeah. There's no bit for that. This will be my last confession because, again, y'all are not giving us enough confessions. So I must pace myself. But, girl, do you know how badly I want to go and read all of these? I be in bed and I'll be like, I wonder what they talk about. Let me go read it. No, don't. This person said, hey, I'm a 15-year-old girl who is struggling severely with internalized homophobia. This year I discovered I was bisexual, and with that came so many new emotions of shame and guilt surrounding who I am. I grew up Christian and have always been going to church, but recently I have felt it to be hard to just blindly following the teachings of the Bible, and I have felt immense shame with my attraction in women, and I have even thought it was the work of the devil trying to make me stray from God. I have never had an interaction with God, and I'm really questioning things. I will never be able to come out to my family as my relationships would be ruined, and that's something I have to come to terms with. I am also the only queer girl in my friendship group, and I don't know anyone else who is queer in my school, which makes me feel really isolated. I know you're just a girl on the internet, but I felt maybe you would have some advice regarding my situation. I love your podcast so much, and I can't wait to see you grow and get the recognition you deserve. Let's start with saying you are not alone. Right now, my mind, you know those little therapy circles? I don't want to say little because they're not little, but you know those therapy circles where it's like, what's your name? My name's Kyra. Hi, Kyra. I feel like that's the circle we're in because I'm about to say, yeah, you're not alone. Been there, done that. And I know there's so many other people that's probably in the circle that we got right now that have been there, done that as well. Now, I can't tell you how you want to go about your journey. All I can do is share mine. And all other people can do is share theirs. Now, if you take something away from me sharing my journey or other people sharing their journey, then that's great. But that's your journey. I can't tell you how and what to do, and I can't. You have to do that for yourself. I'll be for real. I never said to my dad, I am pansexual. He just won't understand. And I know y'all like, well, Kyra, you be the main one telling people, listen. I know my dad has a little inkling feeling. But I've never sat down and had a conversation with my dad and said, I am pansexual. I like people beyond their gender. And it's mainly because of an incident I had happen when I was a kid where he showed signs of homophobia, and it made me deter away from it. Now, my mother knows. My grandma, I hinted at it one time. I said, what is it? I said, my girlfriend. And my grandma was like, please, Kawa. I think she knows, okay? I think she just don't want to accept it. But she's very aware. At some point, despite what makes people comfortable, you have to put yourself first. When I started putting myself first, as much as I was worried about what my dad would say, what my mom would say, what my grandma would say, I wanted to be happy and I wanted to be proud in who I am. Now, you don't have to tell everyone that for you to be proud of who you are. If you would rather not say anything unless it's to a partner, unless it's to close friends that you trust, then okay, that's different. But you don't have to parade who you are to feel and be who you are, period. Like, there are a lot of gay people that don't go to Pride. I personally don't see myself going to Pride. That's not saying there's anything wrong with Pride. It's just going and marching, and it's hot. Fuck. It's hot, rent too high, and honestly, I just rather not waste the resource of breath and energy right now. I gotta go buy more food and re-up. Shit. Again, it's your journey and it's your life. I found out around your age too, I believe. Is it? I don't know. I was probably younger, maybe like 13 or 14, but it was weird. It was confusing. I didn't say anything for a long time. I remember posting that I was pansexual, and my friend from high school that is a trans woman replied to me saying, "Since when?" since forever, babe. I just never said anything because it's ain't nobody business. Ain't nobody business. It's not nobody business. I don't need to, unless I want to. Not saying it wasn't a safe space. I just chose not to say anything. It's my choice. My body, my choice. My pussy, my choice. But that will be all for this episode. This video might either be very short or very long. I always say that, but it's true. So if you'd like to keep up with my life, either go to my vlog channel, which I know I owe y'all a video. Oh, y'all 3 videos, actually. Either go to my vlog channel or attend one of my lives that I don't have a schedule for yet. I love you. Take care, brush your hair, wash that motherfucking derriere, and follow your dreams. It's all we have.